Good morning, gang. I am very excited about what just arrived at my door. So, I wanted to pop up the camera and share it with you guys. I'm gonna hide my shipping address, but goodness gracious, looks like someone took a sledgehammer to my package. I guess before I get into showing you what I just got, and later showing you the stuff that's coming in from Amazon as well, I might as well explain what all this stuff is. So, I got a portable stove, a headlamp, and a lot more exciting stuff coming later today, all because of this past weekend when I went camping with my buddies. I had a great time. I haven't been camping in years, and I loved it. I just had so much fun, and I think it'd be super fun to start doing it more often. It's almost fall, the weather's gonna be absolutely beautiful, so I figured I might as well get a bunch of camping stuff, and then I can go on more camping trips. I think two things. One, it's fun to do. I just enjoy being outdoors and fishing and being on the paddle boards and being in nature. And two, it's great content. Like, I can just think of unlimited ideas of fun things I could do while out camping that would make awesome videos. So that's why I went ahead and bought a bunch of camping stuff, and I think it's gonna be a very worthy investment. And also hopefully a tax write-off. But let's get into the first couple items. Got a little rechargeable headlamp, very essential. And I'm very excited about this guy, portable dual fuel stove. Check it out. So on the Amazon page, it said that you could do butane or propane. So they have like little butane cans that you can actually stick into that little opening, or connect, your usual big green tin to the side and run it with propane. Probably what I'll end up doing because it's more convenient, but we'll see. Well, would you look at that beauty? Nice. Everything was pretty intuitive to get everything connected. Screw that on, screw that guy on. This just comes off and stores the opposite direction. Has a nice little igniter. And then a fuel lock. Very smart. But I guess now is also a good time to say any sponsors who want to send me some camping stuff to try out, I'd be more than happy to. I'll try it all out, and I'll give it a real, rugged, honest review. Or I'll say I like it a lot if you pay me a lot. No, I'm just kidding. But either way, I'm super stoked to go camping again soon. I have a lot more stuff coming in, I believe today, and maybe some tomorrow as well. So, let's go! It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. And I feel like the headlamp is pretty self-explanatory. It works.
Several days later.
What's up, guys? Good morning. We're back with a lot more stuff. I told you I had a few more things coming to the house. I didn't actually even realize it was this many more things, but we have a lot more stuff. So, let's go ahead and unbox some of these exciting items. We got our professional unboxing set up here. Let's go ahead and crack into the first package. A camping bed. Like a blow-up air mattress, but you don't need a pump for it. You can do it out on the middle of nowhere. So, we're gonna try that out in a second. Oh, nice. Finally have another portable power bank. I had one back whenever I did door-to-door sales like 2-3 years ago, but haven't had one since. Oh, this is the cookware set. I had a feeling these were gonna be pretty small. I didn't expect it to come in a box this small, but let's check these out. All right, we popped a floor squat. Let's check it out. Bang. Let's go. I'm actually so excited to be camping more often, guys. I'm really looking forward to a lot of fun content opportunities. Nice little metal plates. Some content opportunities, just some fun memories. The weather's about to be great. It's about to be fall. It's gonna be so fun and so nice. This is the top to one of the pans. A little stir spoon. A rag to clean it. There we go. Nice. Oh, they gave me a real sponge too. That's cool. Carabiner. Some metal cups. I think this is the silverware. Oh yeah. Some spoons and forks. And the kettle. Now I can make some tea, some coffee, pour it in my little cup. And then we should have a pot and a pan in here. Oh yeah. Got these good handles so I don't burn myself. That's actually a decent sized pot. I didn't think it'd be that big. Deceiving for the size of the box. And then a little frying pan. Sweet. Whip up some eggs in there, some bacon. Let's go! Oh, I'm so excited. I actually really wanted to camp this weekend. I kind of had a plan to go camping, but the weather's just so rough. I don't know how, weekends are a man-made thing. We made that up. Weekdays don't exist in nature, but somehow the weather is like beautiful Monday to Friday with some evening rain, and then Friday night until Monday morning, just like storm every 3 hours. So it's actually pretty beautiful out right now. It was supposed to storm all day, but it's also gonna storm all night tonight after having stormed all night last night. I actually had probably some of the worst lightning I've ever seen in my entire life. Worst or coolest, depending on how you see it. But lost power multiple times last night. Kind of sucks. But hopefully, if not this weekend, next weekend, and maybe one day next week. I work remote. I might just go camping on like Monday to Wednesday. I don't know, but look forward to that because I sure am. I can't freaking wait. Actually, I want to test something too with my new cooktop I got. Super excited to use this thing too. Let's see how the pots and pans fit on the cooktop. Almost like it was made for it. Look at that. Bang. Let's freaking go. Whip up some pasta, make some spaghetti, throw some meatballs in here. Gonna be eating good. I'm so excited actually. Let's test the camp bed. So this thing is supposed to be like a full-size mattress. I don't know, it said that it slept 2 people. So hopefully it actually does. And I was actually going to get some smaller stuff than this one here and the next thing you're about to see. But I figured I'm probably not always going to be camping alone. Like, I'm sure I'll either bring some friends or like a cousin. I know I have some little cousins I would like to take out camping a couple times who have never been once in their life. And I don't know, even just for the sake of space, if I could have like a single person camping setup, or I could have like a multi-person camping setup. Why not have a multi-person camping setup? So that way I can camp by myself or bring someone along if I choose. And now the cool part is that this is how you pump it up with this thing. And I don't exactly know how it works. I watched the video. I don't know if I'm supposed to put my foot on that. I think I am. I don't know. I watched the video on Amazon and this is what they were doing. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to cover that with my foot. That's what pushes the air in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Something's happening. I'll see you whenever it's pumped up. I'm only a little bit out of breath because I actually did it with my foot to start and realized it was faster to just like use 2 fists and pump it up like that. But it's pumped. Ugh. Let's test it per size. Ugh. So I'm not a giant guy. I know on camera I look like I'm 6'7", 260, just bulked up, but I'm about 5'7", 160. But yeah, this fits me pretty good. And it can definitely sleep 2 people. Like, I usually sleep like this position, run the, hand under the pillow. Someone could easily sleep right beside me. Or if I want a starfish, I got plenty of room. I like it. And since we already went through all that effort, the next thing I have on the list, we might as well do the whole thing for that too. So, let's get into it. The next thing on the list is a tent. Let's go. And it has some pretty bold claims. I like the UPF 50. That's a good thing. Keep me from getting sunburnt. It says 3-second pop-up. That, I don't know about that. 3-second pop-up? We already have a bed to put inside of it. Might as well test that 3-second pop-up. See, I kind of like not having a couch in here because I can do fun stuff like this. Just set up a tent in my living room because I want to. Most people can't do that. And that's where society limits you, Like, following these societal norms, like having a couch and, I don't know, a dining room table. Why not have a sauna in your living room? Like I had at my last apartment. I had a sauna and a cold plunge. Did I ever use them? The sauna, yes. The cold plunge, not so much. Long story short, don't follow society. Do what makes you happy. Like I'm building a tent in my living room. See, I made that joke earlier in the video where I said some camping company should sponsor me. Look at this setup. Company logo. Imagine your company logo right there. Oh, and I'll put it in the bottom corner of the screen, like right there. And you can just see it on screen the whole time I'm doing the review. Ah, man. Let me know. All right. Never been a big fan of instructions, so I think we're gonna go the figure it out method. This looks like the top part that keeps me from getting rained on. Oh, the instructions are built in. Yep. We'll check those out in a minute. Unclip that guy. I'm gonna assume that this goes up. Fold these guys out. Seems like a reasonable thing that a tent would do. Crazy angle. Look at that. Dude, imagine if you're sponsored, you get stuff like this. Like, who's doing it like me? All right, let's see if this thing pops up in 3 seconds. All right, I think I just pick it up. Something doesn't seem right. What am I doing? That seems like it. I think it did the thing. Does it just stay like this then? There's gotta be some type of like locking mechanism. You know what I mean? It's gotta like snap into, oh no, it's folding. It's like almost stable. All right, I folded. I'm gonna check the instructions. Apparently there is a lock position. Oh. Well, that's not it. Whoops. All right, yeah, there's a lot I didn't know about this. There's no strings. What's this thing talking about? I think it just means the sticks. And these push into each other? How does that work? Oh, oh. Got it. I got it. Oh, no. I didn't get it. Welcome to my tent. I did it. And it's mine. We have a nice little cover. A little bug net in here too, in case you just want to get rid of the mosquitoes, but keep a nice breeze. Yeah, check that out. I will say, I'm pretty happy with it, although I can definitely tell that I paid like $100 for it, because it's a pretty decent tent, but even just, you know, quality of materials, it's just, everything's a little bit thin, zippers are a little bit small, but you know what? It's not about how much you spend, it's about what you can make out of it. And I know I'm gonna have some amazing memories in this tent right here. And we're just getting started. Let's go! Come inside my crib. So here's the entrance. And I specifically got the 2 to 4 person tent. I was gonna get the 1 to 2 person, but this hopefully should give me enough room to put my bed in here, and then also have a little bit of room to like put some chairs or whatever stuff I'm camping with, so I don't have to like leave anything outside in case it's raining. But let's go ahead and throw that bed in here and see how that fits. Oh yeah. My measurements were correct. Let's go! So now I can hang out on my mattress, keep all my stuff in here. Just, again, everything that I don't want to leave out in the rain. Bring my little cooktop in here, my shoes. I don't know. I don't know what all I'm going to camp with, but all the things I don't want getting soaked in case it's raining can fit in here with me. This is sick. Now, in order to get to the next few boxes, I'm gonna have to take all this down and pack it back up, but it's some good practice to learn how to, you know, tear down camp and pack it all back up so it fits back into the car nicely. So I will see you guys in a few minutes whenever I get this packed up and charge my camera because it's currently dying. See you in a sec. All right. The living room is now clear and we have room for the big package. Now, I did make that statement earlier about society saying, you know, you gotta have a couch. But I got a couch. I would like to have a couch, and it will keep me from being able to pop up a tent in my living room whenever I choose. But I think I'm gonna use a couch in my living room a lot more often than I'm going to use a tent in my living room. So let's go ahead and pop this baby open and start this building process. Also, I'm sure you've seen it over there, that giant pile of stuff. Not giant, a medium-sized pile of stuff. That's still some random things I have from moving since, I mean, as you can see, I'm literally building a couch. I'm not fully settled in my place quite yet, but I will be moving a lot of stuff over to storage in the near future and hopefully clearing out the living room to make it look like a more livable space. Also, I love this little knife. Man, this looks like another promo. Wow. Cricut knife. Anyways, these things are sweet. My buddy Caden got it for me for, I think, either my birthday or Christmas a few years back. And it became my car knife, just the knife I keep in my car if I ever need to open anything. And super sharp and perfect for opening packages. So check out Cricut knives. I think they're either at like Walmart or Bass Pro Shops. One of the two. I was wondering how this thing being so small was so heavy, but I had assumed that they vacuum sealed all the cushions. And they did. Ta-da! Oh, that's not too bad. I really hope I have my drill. I actually haven't seen it since I moved here, but if not, it's gonna be a lot of hand tightening. Hopefully not. I figured these were the legs, and they are. And they always have this no razor blade thing, like don't cut the surface. But to date, I've done a pretty good job of never messing up a package inside with my knife. But of course, because I just addressed that and said it, this might be the one time that I actually cut into the product. Let's hope not. I've also built, I was gonna say 1 million of these, but I'm trying to think of a realistic number. I would say at least between 50 and 100. That's a good guess of how many Chinese packaged built your own things I've actually built myself. A lot of it because whenever I worked at the doctor's office, they were always ordering like chairs, desks, side tables, anything you could imagine. They were ordering for the doctor's office. So I've had to build most of those myself, if not by myself, then usually with Caden. And so I have a lot of experience with these, and I actually pride myself on my ability to put them together pretty quickly because I've done it so many times, and I know how they do a lot of their building processes because I've built a bunch of them. So hopefully I can fly through this, and it's not bad. It looks like it's a lot of big pieces with 20, 30 bolts in there total. I've had a few of these builds where there's, no joke, 100 different screws and 60 pieces that all have to be put together with the right size, the right screw, and then you're screwing the wrong screw in, and it's like, you can't barely tell the difference between the size. There's like a millimeter difference, and then it ends up cracking through the side of the wood. You gotta push the wood back in. It's just, so much of a pain, but hopefully this one's not so bad. And also, as expected, it's a little bit smaller than I thought it'd be, as with everything you buy for cheap on Amazon. But I don't have a giant living room, and the couch that we actually had here before, my mom's couch, was massive. Like, it took up half the living room. So I'm kind of hoping it doesn't take up as much space. It'd be kind of nice. And then also, this is probably the couch I'm gonna move to my next apartment, wherever I go to. And I'd rather it be smaller. I've carried so much heavy furniture in my life, moving myself and different people around. So I'm actually not complaining about having a smaller, lighter couch. But we have some bad news. I don't have any tools. I spent the last 10 minutes looking all around the house for any of my drills, even my screwdriver, so I could at least have like a hex bit and screw it in with that over the tiny little Allen wrench they give me, but is what it is. And honestly, a lot of times using a drill will end up stripping it out, and then it's a pain to either get it out or get another screw back in there, so I'm just gonna be patiently twisting my way through all of it. But it's all right. I will throw you guys on a time lapse. Just try to get after it, knock it out, and I will see you hopefully with a finished couch. And hopefully the time lapse doesn't stop and I'm showing you something that went wrong. See you on the time lapse. I wish I was kidding, but it actually took me 30 minutes to get 4 screws in. So I think I jinxed myself with that statement from earlier. But I now officially have 4 screws in. I'll show you which 4 I got. So I got these 4 screws here. And it was impossible to find the screw hole on the opposite side. They are not lined up very well, but I managed to get it. On top of them not being lined up well, they also were like stuffed with wood, or like they didn't drill it out perfectly, so you could tell that there was just wood in the way. So I actually had to take the Allen wrench and kind of stab an opening hole. But luckily I only have like 9 more screws left. So at this rate, I'll have all the screws in an hour and a half, and then I can just put the cushions on. Alright, I'm gonna get back to it. Well, that took over 2 hours. I absolutely jinxed myself. There were literally 12 bolts, and it actually took me over 2 hours to get all them in. Granted, I did stop to eat some food in the middle, and wasn't like rushing through it or anything. But oh my goodness, what a mission and a half. Unreal. Like, just impossible to line up the holes. A lot of the holes had wood stuck inside of them, so I had to like basically break them out with a knife and the Allen wrench. The method that ended up working in the end was to lay down the back plate, put the big seat part on it, and then lay down on the seat part to apply a ton of pressure down onto the backside, because the bolts were also maybe 1/10 of an inch, if that, like 1/2 millimeter of length would make it into the threading, and then I'd have to screw it in from there. So it just was not working at all. Absolutely miserable, but we made it work. Aside from that, I'm pretty happy with the couch. It is, as expected, smaller than I expected, but until you actually get it together, you don't realize how much smaller it is than you expected. But it's not bad. It fits the space pretty well. I know that these still need a little more time to fluff up. They were all vacuum sealed inside the bags, so everything's still a little bit wrinkly and kind of flat, but with some time, they should all kind of puff out a little bit more, and it'll look a little bit better. But I'm happy with it. I'm glad it turned out well, and I hope you enjoyed the video. That's probably going to be it for this one. Just wanted to show you all the new stuff I got for the house. I'm pretty stoked with it, and I'm really looking forward to going camping very soon. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video. I love you. See you next time. Peace.